Every modern political campaign operates as a high-stakes visual laboratory. Candidates rely on carefully tested imagery, constantly deploying signs and digital banners designed to bypass the brain and connect directly with a voter's gut. In early 2026, Donald Trump's account pushed this strategy to its limit by posting a stylized image depicting himself as a Jesus-like figure. Instead of rallying his conservative religious base, the artwork crossed an invisible boundary. It triggered an immediate and vocal revolt from the exact demographic it was engineered to inspire. The internal political fracture was severe. Key allies broke ranks, with Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene publicly labeling the image as blasphemy. The backlash quickly spilled out of political circles and into the church itself. Prominent religious leaders, including a high-ranking cardinal, publicly called the depiction disturbing. The campaign's immediate reaction was to delete the post. But pulling down an image in the middle of a news cycle creates a vacuum. They needed to explain the post without issuing a traditional apology that would imply fatal weakness. When a piece of messaging backfires with a candidate's most loyal supporters, the campaign is forced into a corner. They have to find a way to escape the trap without conceding moral failure. From the White House, the campaign scrambled to deploy a defensive strategy. The pivot was radical. Rather than apologizing for the religious imagery, Trump claimed the artwork was actually meant to depict him as a medical doctor. This flowchart illustrates the retcon, short for retroactive continuity, a tactic used to rewrite the intent of a past event. The original image sits at the center, splitting into a red path for the blasphemy claim and a blue path for the new medical explanation. This tactic shifts the debate away from a moral failure and replaces it with a simple visual misunderstanding. The absurdity of the claim functions as a strategic pivot. It changes the entire genre of the controversy after the fact, making the believability question irrelevant. This raises an obvious question. Does anyone actually believe that a widely recognized Jesus-like image was genuinely supposed to be a doctor? This chart visualizes a psychological permission structure. The base does not necessarily need to believe the lie. A conflicted voter just needs a way to avoid attacking their own leader. The doctor claim provides an immediate escape hatch. For religious supporters who felt alienated but do not want to abandon the campaign, adopting the excuse becomes the path of least resistance. This tactic successfully starved the initial outrage of oxygen. Instead of debating sacrilege, conservative news panels spent their airtime debating bizarre media quirk. The true power of the retcon is its ability to turn a fatal moral crisis into a debatable talking point, neutralizing the threat from within the candidate's own house. The aftermath proved the tactic worked. The controversy faded rapidly, and the Jesus to doctor pivot successfully stopped the bleeding from the religious base. Look at the left side of this diagram. The traditional playbook of political damage control operates on a cycle of admitting a mistake, apologizing, and asking for forgiveness. The new playbook of digital politics demands a different cycle: deny the premise, rewrite reality, and survive. This strategy conditions the public to ignore their own eyes, pushing political discourse into territory where objective facts are constantly being overwritten. In an era of hyper-polarized visuals, redefining reality has become the ultimate political defense, replacing the traditional need for absolution.